In today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about ZYN, the nicotine pouches. This is one of the most highly searched topics on my YouTube channel. Our channel, Addiction Mindset, ironically enough, is dedicated to helping people quit nicotine, THC, energy drinks, and adult media content, substances that I once struggled with. As an addiction recovery coach who specializes in helping people quit nicotine, among other things, I have a very strong opinion on ZYN, but I don't make a lot of content on ZYN, and there's a reason why I don't. When I first started this channel, I initially began attacking vape products, and this was early on when vaping was like really popular and really widely accepted. And what happened when I first started making anti-vaping content was I was attacked and bashed, and people were like, this is ridiculous. Vaping is a godsend. It's the best thing ever. And now that's changing, right? Research is coming out, and that the long-term future of vaping, and for people who vape, it looks really not good, okay? Then I shifted gears and I started to attack the weed cartridges, or like the dab pens. And at the time I started making content on that, we had lots of black market products out there, just fake products, all that junk. And I said, hey, this is really not good for the 420 community in general. We're seeing a lot of people, myself included, when I was addicted to them, developing major health problems from these dab pens and these weed cartridges. And the 420 community they did not like me. Like, I was very hated, got constant hate mail in my inbox and my DMs. But now fast forward a few years later, and a lot of people are like, yeah, wow, it looks like this is a problem. Weed is becoming more addicting. We are seeing more psychosis and depersonalization, especially with these dab concentrates and these pens and stuff like that. Right? It's a growing problem, and people are starting to acknowledge it. When it comes to ZYN, the ZYN community is so strong and so dedicated to their products. I think they would be willing to die atop a hill on a canister of ZYN if they had to. And I understand this as someone who chewed tobacco regularly, as someone who was an avid member of the Skull Brotherhood, right? I get it. I know, I understand the chewing tobacco community. I understand how tight those bonds are. I really do. I think it's one of the funniest communities when it comes to humor surrounding nicotine and tobacco, the chewing tobacco or the nicotine pouch or the snus communities. But the reason why I'm not making more videos on ZYN is because right now, where you got like Tucker Carlson, who I do think is very funny, but who's like the head promoter of ZYN right now. You got the Nelk Boys, you got Chevy on TikTok. You have it's popping up on all different types of podcasts, right and left. You can't escape ZYN right now. And the reason why I don't make more content on it is because people aren't ready for that content. I know how this is going to end. It's going to end very poorly. I know eventually there's going to be regulation on nicotine pouch containing products, right? Then there's going to be regulation on the different flavors and the way that ZYN is being marketed. It's going to follow the same history that vaping followed, especially because you have so many younger people using ZYN. I know because of the people that we're currently working with, helping them quit, helping them deal with the health complications of these products, I know that in the future, we're going to see a lot of problems, but it's pointless for me to sit here and make a bunch of videos about it just to get attacked in the comments, just to read stupid stuff like ZYN is not a sin and upper lip deckies and all this stuff. I know that my message right now is going to fall on deaf ears. Now, fast forward 10 years, fast forward 7 years, whatever it's going to be, and we're going to see the health complications. We're going to see problems with people's skin. We're going to see a bunch of GI and gut issues. You're going to have people who do develop issues that involve their oral hygiene, right? Nicotine in and of itself. And then you certainly have addiction, okay? But until the younger crowd, or even the current crowd that uses ZYN, starts to experience a majority of these health effects, which will come, these ill health effects will come, people aren't going to be interested in quitting, and they're not going to want to hear it. especially when the culture surrounding ZYN is so strong and that product is shown in such a positive light right now. It makes a video like mine where I talk about the harms of ZYN or the dangers of ZYN or the things that we're seeing in our addiction recovery coaching offices with people who are struggling to get off of this stuff, even though their health is already going bad while they're on it. And then not to mention the withdrawals that they're going through. Like, you can read through Reddit, you can look through the forums and see what people are dealing with. There's no point in me making that content right now. It's not gonna do anything. It's just gonna be a mockery until the culture shifts again around nicotine use, and until it shifts into a negative light like it was for so long. Right now it's in a very positive light. We're not going to see any movement or any dent when it comes to ZYN use, especially in minors and younger people and stuff like that. I will tell you though, I have a bunch of guys who are in their late 20s, early 30s, and in their 40s who are really struggling with addiction to ZYN, saying, I wish I never got into this. The amount of money that people are spending on these products, going through a 6 milligram tin, 2 6 milligram pouches, tins a day, like, it adds up. Even though you're only paying whatever $3 to $5 a tin, it eventually adds up. And eventually getting such high levels of nicotine in your system, becoming dependent upon that, it's going to have side effects. And we're going to see the same type of thing we've seen with the dab pens. We're going to see the same type of stuff we saw with vapes. We're going to see all types of health complications. But right now, as we approach the start of 2024, all I can say is, hey, I'm warning you guys. I'm seeing it in people. I'm warning you guys, this doesn't end well. And if you're thinking about quitting, now is a good time to quit, because you don't want to be stuck in the group of people that develops problems and then just becoming another number like, oh yeah, this person was negatively impacted by ZYN or whatever it is that winds up happening. You don't want to fall into that just becoming a statistic of something. Anytime you see a drug, a substance become widely accepted, my advice is run the other way. We fell for this with alcohol as a society. We fell for this with cigarettes. We fell for it with vaping. We're going to fall for it with high concentration cannabis products. And now we're going to fall for it with ZYN. And if you're thinking about quitting and you're struggling to because of the culture that surrounds it, because it's so hard to like, oh, it's just a ZYN, it's just an upper lip decky, oh, it's no big deal. You're not wrong to think it is a big deal. You're not wrong. And if you are having health problems, now is the time to stop. And if you're not having health problems, maybe just quitting because of the fact that this is an addiction that's not going to serve you well in the long run would probably be a good idea. But I'll make more videos on this. If you guys want details in the comments on why this is bad, how it's impacting people, let me know. If there's enough interest, I will make videos for you guys on this topic. But otherwise, if I go through the comments and it's just, ZYN isn't a sin and upper lip deckies and Chetty Frieda and Tucker Carlson ZYNs and he's more successful, I agree. All that stuff, I get it. It's all true. But if that's all it is, then I don't want to waste time making content on that. So I hope this helps. If you're new to the channel, though, and you need help quitting nicotine, THC, energy drinks, or adult media content, stick around because I got a ton of videos on that and we got a ton more out on the way. I'll probably make videos on ZYN too, warning people, because then, 5 years from now, I can look back and kind of say, hey, I warned you, I told you so. Not that I like to say that, but, I kind of do, because when you go from getting attacked constantly for trying to help people and then turning out to be right, I'm not going to lie, there is a little bittersweet component to that. So, all right, good luck. If you're quitting, really reach out, get help. We have a pinned comment in this video, and you can find a free PDF on quitting nicotine there. You can find some products that we make to help people quit. It's a chewing gum product, nicotine free. Check all that stuff out. Tons of resources for you guys. Best of luck. Seriously, take this message though serious. Like, I'm not messing around when it comes to this. Bye.